guys, this is Comic Uno, and today I'm doing a review for Batman the White Knight. And before I start talking about this issue, just want to give you guys a couple updates. I will not have Comic Uno episode this week because of New York Comic Con, so sorry about that, guys, but I will have a very busy week and coverage from New York Comic Con. So I will have a Comic Uno episode next week, though. But let's start and talk about Batman White Knight. So this is actually a book I wasn't planning on getting. I was just like, oh, it just looks like another Batman miniseries. But I had enough room on my pull list where I was just like, you know what? Let me try it out. I know Barbara's gonna be in the book. I was excited for that. You know, let me give this a shot. Love the cover. It looks like it, you know, it is the Joker not being the Joker, and I guess that's Harley on this side. I would guess that's her, or maybe it's someone else, but I'm guessing it's Harley. We don't know. She wasn't in the book, but we do get to see the Joker on the bottom there in a really creepy visual. And the artwork by Sean Murphy is so fitting. I love this dark palette. I don't know who does the coloring for this book. Matt Hollingsworth does the coloring here. Really great stuff. And it fits this darker tone book that Sean Murphy is going for. And I believe Sean Murphy, yeah, he writes it. He did the art and wrote this book. So it's definitely Sean Murphy's baby here. So, but yeah, I love the artwork here. And even though it does have that darker palette, it's never bogged down when you're like, oh, I don't know what's going on. You really get to see some nice detail. And I also like kind of the younger versions of Dick and Barbara, even though they're definitely adults. It feels like old school, like Batman the Animated Series kind of look, the way they were designed in this book. So I definitely like that. But let's see what's going on with story. So with this issue, we get to see in our beginning that the Joker is good. And he's like, you know, this kind of politician-looking guy by the beginning of the story, and Batman is the one who's chained up. And you're like, how did he get here? So we do get to see 1 year ago what happened, and it's Dick Grayson and Barbara teaming up. You know, it's this regular event of Batman trying to go up against the Joker, but something happens where you know, Joker kind of has that same talk he always does, saying, hey, you need me, you know, we work together, and, you know, we love each other, and this is how Gotham works, and he's trying to explain to Batman who he is and why he does the things he does. But Batman just can't handle it anymore, because they're in this pharmacy, and he sees all these pills. He's like, you know what, I'm gonna throw these pills down your throat and hopefully you could be a normal guy. And, you know, he's chugging it down his throat, so he's about to die, really. And Batman just doesn't care anymore. And we're seeing the world react to that, where Commissioner Gordon doesn't really know what to do because he's always trying to protect Batman, but also, you know, doing his job. And people are like, well, who's right? Is the Joker right? Is he a victim? Or do we not need Batman anymore? And when we get to the hospital, we see that Joker is alive, and he turns normal. We even get to see a name for him, and he's going to become the White Knight. He's going to be the symbol that Batman never was, because he's always hiding in the shadows. And then we find out why Batman's doing these things, why he's even broodier than usual. And he tells Dick and Barbara that Alfred has been sick for a month, and we don't know why. You know, there's no reason. Maybe it's like cancer or something. But Batman's been broken because of it, and he's been pushing people away, and that's why we're getting this darker Batman. And I love this story. I really think it gets to the core of who Batman is, especially the Batman-Joker relationship. If you enjoy it, it's an Elseworld, so don't worry. Yes, you do get a last name, and you kind of get this straight-laced Joker by the end, but that's what's interesting, that it is an Elseworld, and we can explore that without ruining what the Joker is. And it's gonna be a really interesting psychological story. I love the discussion between Joker and Batman, and what makes Batman tick, at least in Joker's mind. And I think Joker is somewhat right of why he doesn't. I love that line, and why Batman throws the pills down his throat is that Joker says, you're the villain of Gotham. And I just really like that. But also something I really think this book gets right, it's not just a Batman story, it is about the Bat family. And for me, that's always important. I love the Bat family, and I think that's an important aspect for Bruce. And Dick Grayson and Barbara especially are very important here, and we're seeing Batman shove them away, and then Joker even has that comment, can you even have a family? You know, do you deserve a family? And do you feel that way? And I especially like that Barbara was involved. I feel like a lot of times with Barbara, she's doing her own thing. She's always part of the family, but comes on special occasions. This kind of felt like Batman the Animated Series, that she was really part of the family doing stuff with Bruce. You know, I feel like that's kind of rare these days, and always with Batgirl, because again, she's always doing her own thing. So I liked it was the Dick Grayson Barbara pairing, and I love the Commissioner Gordon and Barbara moments, because I never feel like we get enough with that. You have that important connection of Commissioner being friends with Batman, Commissioner Gordon also having a daughter who is Batgirl, and him never knowing, does he know? And you really play with that with this issue, where Commissioner Gordon actually talks a lot to Barbara, and you wonder, like, does he know Barbara's Batgirl? Doesn't he? Is that why he's protecting Batman in this version? So a lot of interesting dynamics here, a lot of interesting relationships, but really cool world, you know, things that obviously have been touched upon but in a different angle, and I really enjoyed this one, and I'm really looking forward to seeing where Batman White Knight goes. So I'm going to give this one 4.5 stars. Again, I really was pleasantly surprised by this book. So hopefully you guys enjoyed. This is Comic Unknown. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter. Don't forget to like my Facebook page. Also, description below, there are links for my comic book, Like Father, Like Daughter, and don't forget to like the Facebook page of Like Father, Like Daughter, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.